What's happening, everybody? It's Sean with Reactions to the Classics, and today we got a reaction to the song Foxy Lady, a battle between Jimi Hendrix and The Cure, brought to us by friend, longtime supporter, and patron of the channel, CSN. Thank you, CSN. Appreciate you. Appreciate all the patrons who make this thing go. If you'd like to support us in any way, check out that Patreon link below, or the Patreon link on the Instagram. We couldn't do it without him. CSN, one of our longest supporting patrons. Super appreciated. All right, let's jump into this thing. I know the Jimi Hendrix version. I guess I've heard the Cure version because I listened to this album once a long time ago, but I don't remember it. But Hendrix, of course, Foxy Lady, a little history behind the song, because this is back when we messed with songs, the UK and the US versions, and you know, what albums were they on? We did it with the Beatles, we did it with the Stones, we did it with several artists. But the UK edition of Are You Experienced opened with Foxy Lady, a track that, with the exception of a few overdubs, was recorded in one session at CBS. Hendrix wrote the song about Heather Taylor, a highly desirable London socialite who later married The Who's Roger Daltrey. That's kind of the consensus. There are a few conflicting things on that, but we'll go with that. He used a combination of natural amplifier overdrive and fuzz box effects units to create the song's razor-sharp guitar tone. His blues-inspired solo, his fourth since arriving in England, used pentatonic scales while showcasing his innovative approach to melody. By exploiting the increased sustain created by overdriving his amplifiers, he moved seamlessly between the middle and high registers with a fluid singing tone. A lot of that doesn't mean a lot to me because I'm not a guitar player, but those of you who are, I wanted to put it in there. Third single, 67 in the US. You know, Jimmy didn't have huge singles hits. Rolling Stone placed it at 153 on the list of the 500 greatest songs of all time. Now, I will say this before we jump into the song. A lot of times Hendrix songs get blocked. He's one of the only ones whose estate have not released these songs to allow them to be played. But if it is blocked, I'm going to have to cut out the song, obviously. You're going to get that. I'm going to put a full reaction link below where you can click on that and watch it. If it is blocked, hopefully it's not. I'm going to have the lyrics up as always. Thanks to Cure, it won't have the E in it. But, you know, literally the second you hear that guitar hit, you know what song this is. And Hendrix's vocal style, it just oozes that charisma, right? And I mean, there's not a lot to the song, but I mean, there doesn't have to be, you know, lyrically. There wasn't a lot of Jimmy's songs lyrically, but there didn't need to be because musicianship is top flight. Now we'll go over to the Cure's version off their debut album, Three Imaginary Boys, from 1979. It actually starts off the second side. The Cure's Robert Smith expressed his interest in Jimi Hendrix in a 2004 Uncut magazine interview. He said, quote, "Most of the kids that took up guitar at school wanted to emulate people like John McLaughlin. I never wanted to be anyone apart from Jimi Hendrix, and I knew that was out from the start because he was black." And Robert did not want this on the album. He said, "Chris Perry told us to record every song we had, and we'd work out what went on the album afterwards. I trusted him, but in the end, he just chose what went on there. Songs like our cover of Foxy Lady were his choice, even though I hated them." Now, Robert doesn't even sing this. Bass player Michael Dempsey does. He said, "Michael wanted to sing a song. I didn't like the idea of him singing my words, so we picked a cover version. This one was chosen because it was unlikely at the time." He also said in a separate interview, "I remember perfectly that I insisted, no, we will not record Foxy Lady because I hate how we do it. But we played it in pubs and they convinced us to record it. It will be a B-side. If you don't like it at the end, we won't use it," they said. Obviously, it was awful, and even so, they used it. We were young and they lied to us. So quite the build up from Robert there, or build down, however you want to put it. But I won't let that influence what I think of it.
No, long. No. This is a good intro. You know your eyes will love me, I want to take you home. I won't do you no harm. You got to be all mine, all mine. I see you pull down on the scene. You make me want to get out there and scream. Foxy, I made up my mind. I'm tired of wasting all my recent time. You got to be all mine, all mine. I made up my mind. I'm tired of wasting all my time. Wait a minute. You got to be all mine, all mine.
All right, Foxy Lady. No E in this. And also, he never says Foxy Lady in the song. It's interesting. Those lines are cut out. Everything else basically is there. But don't really care for Michael's vocals on it. But it's really not about the sound, right? This is that early Cure sound that obviously morphed into something much different. And they're still great today. I just came out with a new album that's fantastic. Really love the first release off of it. So they can still bring it. Trey and Mackenzie, my partner in crime on this channel, my daughter went and saw The Cure about a year ago and said Robert still sounded great. But Robert's not on the vocals here, Michael is. So I said, I don't really care for that. But I do like the musicianship on here. Very early Cure. You would never know this is them if I just played that for you, or I doubt you would unless you're a big Cure fan. But now I got to go to a winner. And it's not a difficult choice. It's 100-0 for Mr. Hendrix. But I would expect that you would expect that. And almost all of us, unless you're a huge Cure fan, are going to be on that boat. But let me know what you think down below. Thank you so much to CSN for putting this fun one together. Until next time, guys, I will see ya.